All right, guys, let's talk about goals. Let's go. All right, so here's the thing. Everyone's got goals, right? Okay, maybe I shouldn't say that. Not everyone has goals. Nah, that's not what that. Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about goals. Now, I kind of want to take a different take on it because I know sometimes goals can be like oversaturated, I guess, as far as like videos talking about goals, because we all hear about goals, and I think that's one of the dangers of them. Goals are extremely important. Like you need to have them, but what ends up happening is because it's talked about so much, it becomes part of the just minutia of life, and nobody really pays attention to it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like how all of those sayings that you've been hearing your whole life, just little saying like birds of a feather and things like that, little sayings like that. You kind of just are like, oh, it's so cliche and things. So you put it in the back of your mind, but in actuality, those sayings actually have relevance. It's just the way that it's presented to you. You've heard it so much that you don't really pay any attention to it. And goals are sometimes the same way. If anyone that's been working in self improvement or anything like that, um, you probably heard about goals quite a bit. You know what I mean? Kind of like anything dealing with goals, you're like been there, done that. What I'm trying to do in this video is kind of give a different perspective on what goals are and how to think about goals. Um, so first and foremost, a goal. I try not to think of a goal as the end all be all. Notice in the way that I set up the three things that you really need, like the direction, the organization, and the consistency. I've said several times in other videos, those are the three things that I think you need in order to succeed. And I call that first category direction as opposed to goals. Now direction includes goals, but I do think that it is more the direction you're headed that is important as opposed to the goals. Let me explain. Because a goal is almost it's like a mirage. You know what I mean? It's not a real thing. We make it a thing because it's a marker that we use to um, measure ourselves, but it's kind of made up. It's a made up thing that we agree on, like, and that you agree with yourself on. What the important part about that goal, really, what it does is it kind of like if you had a whole bunch of goals in order, it connects the dots in the direction you're headed in your life. But if you remove those dots, that direction is still there. But you just use the goals as markers to um, illuminate that direction and that line. You see what I mean? And it's a slight distinction, but I like to think of it that way because it gives you a broader sense of where you're going instead of just saying, oh, I have this goal that I have to get to. Understand that once you reach that goal, you're going to be going beyond it, and not because someone told you to or something you heard somewhere. It's because you understand that there's something behind that. Like there's something behind that marker. It's just a marker. You keep on going beyond that and beyond that. What's the trajectory of that direction you're headed? And that's the most important thing. And so I feel like you begin to reach those goals naturally when you understand the overall direction of what you are. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a line that never ends. And understand that these goals are just little pieces, markers, flags along that line. All right. So that can be useful when maybe you get bogged down in um, thinking about how maybe hard a goal is or something like that. I mean, it's good to focus on and don't get me wrong, you should have goals. You know what I'm saying? Because once you focus on that one thing, it gets you there. Then you push back the goal or whatnot to something else, or you indicate those markers. But once you understand that there's a bigger purpose to it, there's a greater direction to it, and as you move along that direction, you further develop yourself, which is the most important part of that process, of this activity of goal setting and goal completing. then you understand like where the real treasure lies. So it's not necessarily in the goal. So if you have like a, like you want to get a certain car or a house or whatever, understand those are just steps in a greater direction, and it helps to understand what that real direction is, because then sometimes you can replace that goal. Maybe once you understand the direction better, those goals that you once had get shifted slightly. Maybe the object of it is shifted, and it just helps refine a little bit of who you are and of where you're going. Okay, so I hope that's not too confusing. It's really something that I do use. I try not to focus. I don't let the goals intimidate me or whatever, because I understand that I'm beyond the goal. So like what I'm trying to do and who I'm trying to become and where I'm going is above and beyond any one single goal. It's more about the trajectory and the direction, and I want to stay on that path. And these goals are just kind of like lights that illuminate that path. Okay, so try and think. It's just a slightly different way of thinking about goals. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. See you. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you liked it. Speaking of liking, go ahead and like the video down below if you did enjoy it. And also make sure to subscribe so you can catch any other videos I come out with. And I will see you guys later, okay? Take care.